Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Samuel Smith's Organic Perry. This is a sparkling pear cider coming in at 5% ABV. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review, and today I am looking at Samuel Smith's Organic Perry. This is a sparkling pear cider. This is an import. This is a product of the UK. Now, it is also another gluten-free beer, in this case cider, sorry. And it comes in at 5% ABV, and it says this is a, well actually I'm not going to read that because it has tasting notes on it. I don't know what type of glass to use for cider, so I'm going to use an IPA glass because, quite frankly, it was clean. All right, so as we pour, wow, this is almost clear. In fact, it pours just like I would expect a cider to pour, really. You can see right through that. It's very light, really, really robust carbonation. And quite honestly, the bar has already filled with a really sweet, sort of fruity smell. Let's check the nose. You know, okay, so this is very interesting. It's all pear, obviously, and it smells like it's going to be really, really sweet. But there is a slightly sour note to it as well on this. Not a bad, it almost smells like you can get a hint of the fermentation that's happened within the actual cider itself to give it that 5% ABV. So I'm sort of excited about this. I have to admit, in my 20s, I was nothing but a cider person. I was not a beer person at all. And little by little, I shifted, and I did a massive shift to stouts. So there's a part of me that sort of kicks back to those nostalgic days of cider. And, you know, I've had some good ciders when I was in England, so I'm sort of excited to go back and check it out. It also, you know, like there's almost a hint of like champagne to it. So I'm expecting this to be very, very dry, very sweet, and quite honestly, probably very enjoyable. So let's check it out. That's much different than I expected it to be. So number one, it's nowhere near as sweet as I expected it to be. I expected it to be like overwhelmingly sweet. It's not. It's actually more tart than it is sweet, but it's not something that's making like the taste buds in the back of my mouth cramp up. The pear is there, and much like a pear, it's not as sweet as an apple. It's sort of that muted sweetness that's there, but it's really pleasant because it lingers on the tongue. It especially lingers in the back of your mouth with the, you know, where your sinuses are. So you really get that deep flavor. But it's more subtle. I don't want to say muted because muted makes it seem like, you know, like they missed the mark. This is much more subtle. This is sort of what I expect from an English cider. It's not in your face with the sweetness like an American cider would be. Instead, what you're getting is a really, really nice sort of subtle sweetness that's built in with the carbonation so you can enjoy the drink. Now, it's 5% ABV, so you're not getting any sort of burn. That's really nice, really nice. This is the type of drink that you could easily jump into if it was a hot day outside and you were looking to, you know, get a refreshing drink. It is dry, so, you know, it makes your tongue sort of do that thing, but it's also really light, really refreshing, really easy to drink. And, you know, at 5% ABV, this is the, you know, essentially, this is like drinking a standard beer. So you could have one or two of these without having to worry about it. Now, again, I have a very strict rule in my life that if I have anything, I do not drive. But, you know, so this is something that if I had one, I'm not going to drive. I might have two or three, but clearly I'm going to take an Uber or a cab or something like this. And that's the thing. This is really, really good, but I could also see how it would be easy to drink 2 or 3 of these at a meal or at a barbecue or something like that. So at 5%, it's not going to destroy you from an alcohol standpoint, but at the same time, it's something that, you know, as always, you want to drink responsibly, because this would be a very, very easy drinking cider. Now, you know, I know some people who can't have gluten, and this is a really nice alternative to a beer. Now, we talked about the long drink a couple weeks ago, and the long drink is also a really nice alternative to a traditional beer. But this is you know, if you're looking for something, I want to say more traditional, I can't think of anything better than a good British cider, and this really hits the spot. So again, this is Samuel Smith, and I know it's widely available. So, you know, Samuel Smith's Organic Perry. This is a sparkling pear cider. It is an import, and it comes in at 5% ABV. And real quick, just on the back, it says, dry sparkling cider with a glowing pale straw color. Yes, that's right. Smooth body, crisp but rich, flavorful, and the gentle aroma of a summer peach orchard. You know what, I gotta tell you, they nailed it. Served with blue cheese or gorgonzola, arugula or Waldorf salad, sweet potato, pancetta, or prosciutto. Pear tart, very nice with dishes featuring ginger. That's an interesting idea, the ginger aspect of it. But you know, I could just as easily, and you may consider this sort of savagery here, I could easily see this with traditional barbecue, you know, a burger, a hot dog, and still having a really enjoyable beer to, you know, sort of sit back and enjoy on a hot, sunny day during the summer or during the fall. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, please share with your friends, and I will see you next time. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this. In fact, maybe more than one, but definitely this one. And I'll see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.